Alright, so just about to get this thing put back together and we're going to take it out for a test ride. It's still having issues with it cutting out, fouling the plugs, gone through the carb's fine, all the mixture settings are fine, all the jets are fine, choke's not stuck open, so we're looking at other issues which it might be. Moved on to the coil, ignition coil. I bought one for it a couple of weeks ago, just in case really. I thought I'd put a new one on there. The new one arrived and it's completely different. So yeah, I've had to jerry rig it up for now, just to see if it solves the problem. So you can see it's a bit bigger. That's the mounting on the right hand side lined up, and yeah, it's nowhere near it size wise. The new one's a lot bigger. I've had to rig up a separate ground to it as well, because this one grounds out on the frame, but this one doesn't. So yeah, I've hooked the ground up to it, because this one has, I don't know if you can see, it's got two spade connectors there. So yeah, one goes to the wiring loom and the other one goes to a ground, where this one only has the one spade connector. So I've taken the ground off of that one and ground it out to the frame, and I'm getting a good strong spark out of it. So who knows, this might be my issue. It might be causing a couple of problems. It might be causing it cutting out, might be breaking down, spark might be worn and not strong enough, causing the plug to shut up because it's not getting as good enough spark. So I don't know, it's a bit janky, but this is just for testing. If this fixes the issue, then I'll do something properly with it. If it doesn't, then I'll put the original one back on, because this is obviously going to be a Chinesey, come from China sort of coil, where this is the original made in Japan coil. So yeah, I had trouble finding this coil for it, so the original one, so I've put that on there. So we're going to see if that fixes the issue. If it doesn't, I'll rather have the original Japanese one on there than the Chinese sort of one. So going to take it out for a run now, and then we will see how we're getting on. Alright, so we're out on a test run. Just put the bike back together after putting a new coil in it. So we're going to see how it goes. One thing which I have learned, which is just me being naive, when I look at an eBay ad and it says for a 1979 XL500S, I think that's it. That's my one, that's going to fit. This is regarding the coil. But these manufacturers will put anything on the description, regardless of whether it's the correct one or not, just to get a sale. It's like they're coming from the understanding that yes, it will work on an XL500. And yes, it is working on an XL500, but it's not correct. It's a lot bigger than my old one, and it runs a different earth. You know, then you look through the eBay and they're selling exactly the same one for a KLR600. If it'll work on that, you know, it'll work on anything really. But yeah, I really need to be a bit more careful about that. I'm just on my way to Screwfix to get some Loctite. So I figured it'd be a good chance to give this a little bit of a run. Yeah, I've had this issue with it cutting out and fouling the plugs ever since I've got the bike. It'd be nice to get to the bottom of it. I think one thing I've realised about these bikes, these old classics, is that you kind of expect them to be perfect, which is what I did. You know, I expect it, you know, like, oh, it's going to be the end of the world if it breaks down. it's just to be expected. It's an old bike, it's 46 years old, you know, it's a lot like me. You know, I've got my list of problems as well, you know, and I'm going to have my good and bad days. I think now I've come to accept the fact that it's just going to be a work in progress. I'm a lot more comfortable with it, you know, so I'll make sure I've got good breakdown recovery now. But I've got good toolkit on the back, and yeah, hopefully I should be able to keep on top of it. But we'll keep on plugging away at it. Hopefully we'll sort it out. It sits there and idles nice. Oh, I'm going now. Thank you. Chatting away. I don't know where screw fix is, so I've got that on phone. So now now I'm keeping the DRZ for the green lane in. It takes a lot of pressure off of this bike. You know, it doesn't have to be 100% reliable. It's just going to be my little toy to fiddle with and have a little play around with, take it to bike shows. It's nice having something different, you know, it's a completely different riding experience, you know. It's just nice going, not bike shows, I'm not going to show it off, but just bike me. You know, so yeah, that's what it's going to be. It's just going to be a little bike that I mess around with on the side, you know, and if it has to be off the road if it's not running right, then it's alright, I've got other bikes to choose from. But out of the 3 bikes I've got, I enjoy riding this one the most, and it probably doesn't make much sense because of what it is. But all my other bikes are very purposeful. Like the DRZ, it's a bit of a beast, it's a bit angry, you know, you can't ride that on the road, it's not an off-road bike. You know, I do ride it on the road a little bit, but yeah, it's not happy. It's happy on the road than it is on the dirt. The Z1000, it's a sports bike, you know, that's a very serious bike to ride. You know, you've got to be very switched on when you ride it. This is just a fun, chill bike to get on and ride, you know. I'm not going to be going fast, I'm not going to be doing anything stupid on it. You know, I just cruise around. It's nice, comfortable to ride. Seats comfy, rider position's comfy. You know. So yeah, I get a lot of enjoyment out of riding this bike. Definitely got a little place in the collection now. One day I'll be back to its former glory, but we'll keep on tinkering around with it until then. Not this one, this one. Perfect. Indicator, so manual. Perfect. You can't go anywhere on it without people talking about it and asking about it. One of the things you don't see every day, I guess. Alright, so don't go to Screw Fix expecting to buy a thread lock because they don't sell it. Tool station over there, so I'm just going to go and have a look over there quickly. Sorry while I take you guys shopping with me. My ignition is a bit funky too. I've got neutral light though, just one thing. So I know where I'm going now, and there is a green lane just down the road, so we're going to try the green lane out. While I'm out, give it a little bit more of a run, the bike, and then we'll get it back and see what the front looks like. A bit bumpy. Oh, alright. These brambles are a killer down here. Came down here once and I didn't have any sleeves on. All gloves. Yeah, I got ripped to shreds. Jesus, what an idiot. That was in summer. Around here. Tell you what, they might not be the most modern bike as far as technology is concerned, but it's certainly happy to pull you up any hill you want to go up to. Well, what's down here? A bit loose here. Oh, it's a bit skittish. I think that leads pretty well. I don't know where this all goes. I don't know what's on top of there, but we'll have a little look at that. Up we go. It's a bit dubious to that because I don't know the place very well, and if I go up a hill and there's something on the other side, like just a drop, you have to kind of give it a bit to get up the hill, and then when you get up the hill you have to lay off it. You don't know what's coming the other way. set so hard at the back. I think I need some nice new ones, I don't know. It's hard to do without getting your hands ripped by the brambles up here. You have to kind of like weave a little bit, try to avoid some of them. Someone got me. Right, we'll carry on going this way. Alright. But yeah, like I was saying before, it's a nice enjoyable bike to ride. It's so comfy. You know? Sort of thing I can just go anywhere. Get a little bike meets and stuff, put out the old map, see if there's any green lanes nearby, and I can have the best of both worlds, you know. Ride it on road, and then if there's a little green lane nearby, I'll jump on that and have a little bit of a ride. Just yeah, something you can do a bit of everything with, and it'll be comfortable to ride, you know. With the DRZ's not very comfortable to ride, and all it wants to do is go, you know, it's a bit angry. Nice and light to throw around, you know, it's got lots of torque. Alright, I think we'll I'll head back and then we'll see what the plug looks like. So I'd have been out on it probably about half an hour by then. Normally within half an hour it's black as night, you know, so. And on the last ride I did it, well, I seem to pick the bumpy through. On the last ride I did it, cut off within 20 minutes, so so far it looks pretty good. Going overly slow because I want to keep the engine, you know, running. A lot of times with the old bike, if you're just cruising along, the plug will foul up, you know. So I'm trying to keep the engine, like, you know, running good and fuel running nicely, and you know. Give the bike the best chance of not fouling up. I can then go from there. Alright, that's it. I'll turn it off now. And I'll check back here with you guys later and see if it's fouled the plug. Alright, moment of truth. We've seen this for the first time together. Is the plug going to be a nice biscuit colour, or is it just going to be black again? Old JB World fuel tank repair worked nice. I'm going to put the plug out, plug it out. Yeah, she's still black. She is still black. Never mind. I mean, it hasn't cut out on me, so you know, maybe there's two separate things going on there, you know. Yeah, maybe the cutting out issue is separate to the running really rich issue. But yeah, never mind. Like I say, I'm going to keep on running it just to see if it cuts out on me again. You know, maybe it might not cut out. I think with this plug it's probably eventually going to foul up anyway. So Yeah, I'll run it like it is for now and just see what happens with the cutting out issues. Maybe it fixes that. But yeah, I think we need to look at timing as well. We're going to look at the timing next, because there's a few mechanical things within the timing mechanisms which can seize up and cause it to run a bit rough. So anyways, stay posted. Never mind. Like I said, it's going to be a work in progress.